Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a reading for Virgo, all aspects, and or the cross watcher from now until the next set of readings. Remember, take what resonates and leave the rest. If you feel like this is not for you, check out other placements and or other sort of readings. Maybe come back next time to see if I've picked up on your situation. Remember, you can check out my social media on Snapchat. No, not Snapchat. TikTok and Instagram. Information is in the description box below. I do post daily reads there as well. And if you do want a personalised reading, information is in the description box below. Right. Let's jump in, shall we, Virgo? Let's see. And happy 2022. Let's see what the situation is. Right, happy 2022. And Virgo energy, please. What is going on? Okay. We've got some kind of stability being restored. There's a new moon around the 1st of February, which is going to provide this energy. And it's about abundance and bearing fruit. Something is going to develop around your security that is going to actually provide something long lasting for you guys as well. It's not necessarily a new beginning, but it is a good omen here. Right, what else? Could be a woman or a female offering this. Could be a female that's offering this opportunity. But there is an aha moment. It's after a big problem here. So it could be issues that were needing to be resolved. But you're about to get a solution here. And money upgrades here that's going to help your stability. Okay, there's a divine timing element here. But there is some kind of happiness and a prosperity here, and it's going to be after a choice has been made. Someone is making a decision. They're going to be disconnecting from what doesn't serve as well. It's karmic. It's a karmic situation. What else? The situation, let's say for example you're involved with someone and they're having to make a decision. The situation with you and how they feel at the moment may not be is kind of the same, but that will shift. It's like they're moving this person into breaking down all their problems one by one, but the new moon is going to be what really triggers this change. This person's a people pleaser. That's going to end. This person's going to realise that they're being used, which is what has caused the blocks between you and this person. And not just that, but it's also a wound that they've got to resolve as well. But there's going to be a rest or a break here, because they're going to figure this out, or you're going to figure this out. That's going to help build confidence and believe in your power, because you're going to see through something. Yeah, there's a decision being made. And there's a catalyst to make the decision. What is the catalyst here? Yeah, there's a stalemate right now because someone is not confident enough to make a decision. But there's going to be a catalyst to shift that. This is interesting. Someone is using this other person for their own gains, and that's going to be the catalyst. They're going to figure it out. How are they going to find this out? How are they going to find? There's some kind of important detail here. How are they going to find? Yeah, there's going to be a shift in their consciousness. It's going to be some kind of social media post, something that they say. Someone's going to say something, and their mind is going to think, hang on, that doesn't add up. That is no longer going to be a confused. I mean, look, they're confused anyway. But this person's like the personification of their confusion. And so they're just going to be ready essentially to move on. But it's just the person's basically going to come forward as the confusing person, the one that's confusing, if that makes sense. I'm not explaining this very well. They're all, put it this way, there's divine timing. They were never going to be ready at this point. The other person that's here to confuse them was only soul contracted in because there were going to be things that they had to sort out anyway. But it just so happens that that is going to be the end of their soul contract. And that's because they're ready to see there is a shift of consciousness, that there is a solution to this confusion that they're going to be aware of, which is going to help them move forwards. There is going to be insight. What is this insight that's revealed? What is the insight? Their ego. They're going to be able to read through their ego. They're going to be able to see that this other person is operating from ego as well. Yeah. What's happened is this person's very stressed and they're scared, right? And so what's happened is that the problem's been blown up quite a lot. And where the problem's been blown up, and you know that's happened, someone's capitalized on that and maneuvered in for their own gain, right? This is about teaching discipline, not only from your side to understand the bigger picture, but also from this person's side at the right time. But it just wasn't the right time, which is why there's been so much confusion. But there is a tower moment coming. It's going to shift the perception, and it's going to... the inner voice is going to break through this confusion, and they're going to have a strong emotion behind it, which is going to create a balance within them, because they're just going to see it for what it is, basically. Now, this could have been blocked since the last 6 to 9 months because of this situation, because they felt some kind of kinship, or that it was their support system, that they had their best interest. But they're going to realise this person doesn't have their best interest. This has just aided the confusion, and that actually this person was in it for themselves. They're going to figure that out. And that's going to create this path where they're going to know how to move forward. They're going to create a plan from that. Yeah. The next month will be, again, that will be resolved within the next month. So, in fact, from the new moon, from around the 1st, that will be the 1st of February. And again, could even be the 31st of January if you're in the States, depending on the times, you know, the time difference. If it's anywhere after... If you're anywhere from Central Time to sort of Pacific Standard Time, then it's going to be the 31st. If you're Eastern Standard Time or British Time or European Time, then it's going to be the 1st, because the new moon on the 1st in the UK is at 5:46 a.m. Okay. Right, anything else? They've been given this as a clue. They've already been given this as a heads up, but they're not ready. They're not ready to see it. Right, what is the... Someone... It's because they don't quite want to acknowledge it, and they don't want to quite stand in their confidence and power yet. They're not ready for a new beginning, which is why they're choosing not to see it. But this is going to be obvious when it comes through. It's just going to be like, oh, I thought it was because of this, or I thought you liked me because... It's just going to be obvious. What else for Virgo, please? Yeah. Heart with a key. Welcoming love. Opening your heart. So because of that confusion, because this is the thing, when you're creating confusion, you're in your mind, aren't you? Which is very hard to kind of maneuver through in, you know, understanding your heart. If you're constantly in your head trying to work things out, that was the block, deliberate block. It was an obstacle, but it is going to create a sudden change, which is needed, because it's, you know, gone on long enough, right? Virgo. Yeah. For some of you, for some of them, it's a relationship. For some of you, it's a love interest. Right. For some of them, it's to try and show them what they've not seen for a long time. What else? But it is going to help create a change. It is going to help create a change, yeah. They actually already deeply know this. They actually already know that this is probably what it is, but I think it's ego, isn't it? People don't want to see it. People don't want to acknowledge that kind of thing because it means they have to see the truth. Right, what else for Virgo? This is divine timing, a wishing well, and then there's a second chance coming up. All right, so you are going to get an opportunity for them to understand all of this, and it's going to move them out of confusion. Right. Anything else for Virgo? What else? Last messages for Virgo. Okay. So this is, we've got the stone in the river. So this is basically about emotional fluidity and passing an emotional test and them learning something, especially with the feminine side is getting a healing here. And yeah, it's like they kind of deliberately restricted themselves because they thought something was going to benefit them because this person had their best interest, but what that actually was happening was they were being blocked emotionally because this person had other agenda. Right, last message for Virgo. What else? So we've got forgiveness and gratitude. So again, and it's about resolving abandonment. So this person's identified with that situation because they think it's going to help them in the long run. Also about, you know, feeling like, you know, abandonment wounds and stuff like that will start being processed. But what is actually going to happen is it's going to clear the path and they'll be able to see what the real path is after this energy is revealed. Before, no. There is a mental transformation and they'll be learning to nurture from this because of this shift, right? Okay, final messages. What is the final message? We've got metamorphosis and change, emotionally opening up, and this is going to be like a determined energy. So I think if anything it's going to create a bit of a fire under them because they're going to see that, oh hang on, I was blocking myself because of the situation. Now they're going to be more likely to want to move forward because they feel like that was restricting them, but it was more their confusion in the soul contract. All right, hopefully this helps. Thank you for your likes, your shares and your subscriptions. It means a lot to me. Until next time, take care.